Tuesday is finally over. Don't you find that Tuesdays sometimes feel even longer than Mondays? The week is in full swing and the weekend still feels so far away.
I know exactly what you mean, Mia. It's that end of the workday feeling. You're just happy to be home and switch your brain from work mode to relax mode.
That's exactly it. It was just a long day of meetings and deadlines. It makes you realize we spend so much of our lives at work.
We really do, which is why one of the first and most common questions you will ever be asked in English, right after "What's your name?" is almost always, "So, what do you do?"
And it can be a surprisingly difficult question for a beginner. You want to say more than just, I am an engineer. You want to talk about what you do, where you do it, and maybe even if you like it.
That is a perfect topic for us. Let's use this end of workday feeling to have a complete masterclass on talking about your job.
I love it. We can cover everything from the basic questions and job titles to describing our daily tasks and our coworkers. This is going to be incredibly practical.
I agree. Let's start at the beginning. Someone at a party asks you that all-important question.
Okay, so how do we ask? You already said the most common one. What do you do?
That's the one you'll hear 90% of the time. A slightly more formal way to ask is, what do you do for a living? Both mean the same thing. What is your job?
So let's practice answering. For this lesson, let's pretend I am a marketing manager. If someone asks me, what do you do? I can say, I'm a marketing manager.
Perfect. You state your job title. Or you could state your industry or your department. You could say, I work in marketing.
That's a useful distinction. I'm a marketing manager is my specific title, but I work in marketing is the general field.
Exactly. Let's try me. I'll pretend to be a graphic designer. If you ask me what I do, I could say, I'm a graphic designer. Or I could say, I work in the creative department.
That's very clear. Let's give our learners some more common job titles. There are so many.
Good idea. We have, of course, teacher, doctor, and nurse. We also have engineer, accountant, and software developer or programmer.
There's also sales representative or salesperson, chef who cooks in a restaurant, construction worker, artist, and scientist.
And a very important one that many of our viewers might be, student. Student is a perfectly good answer to, what do you do? It is your main job.
Okay, so after I say, I'm a marketing manager, the next logical question is, oh, cool. Where do you work?
Exactly. And to answer this, we need to use the right prepositions. Let's start with the company. You would say, I work for company name. For example, I work for Google, or I work for a big tech company.
For is for the name of the company. What if I want to say the type of place?
For the general place, we often use at. I work at a school. I work at a hospital. I work at a design studio.
And we also use in, right? Like, I work in an office?
Yes, in is very common for the type of building or department. I work in an office. I work in a factory. I work in the marketing department.
What about people who don't work in a building, like my friend who is a pilot?
That's a great point. Some jobs use different prepositions. A pilot works on a plane. A farmer works on a farm. A construction worker works on a construction site.
And what about the most popular one these days?
Ah, yes. I work from home. Or you can say, I work remotely. This means you don't go to a central office.
Do you prefer working in an office or working remotely, Alex?
I like a mix. I like the flexibility of working from home, but I miss the social interaction of the office. Many companies now have a hybrid model where you do both.
This is the most important part of the conversation. Someone knows my title and my company. Now they want to know what I actually do all day. They might ask, what does that involve?
Or they might ask, what are your main responsibilities? This is your chance to use all those great action verbs. Let's use your pretend job as a marketing manager.
Okay, so as a manager, the most important verb is manage. I manage a small team of 3 people. This means I lead them and I am responsible for their work.
Manage is a great one. You can also say, I lead a team. What else?
I am responsible for our company's social media. That's a key phrase. I am responsible for. It means this is my main duty.
Very important phrase. What about your day-to-day tasks?
My daily tasks, well, I attend a lot of meetings. I write and answer a lot of emails. I plan new marketing campaigns. And I talk to clients and customers.
That's a perfect, clear description. Let's describe my pretend job as a graphic designer. I don't manage anyone. I am part of a team. I report to the art director.
Report to is a great phrasal verb. It shows your position in the company's structure.
Exactly. I spend most of my day using design software like Photoshop. I design logos for new products. I create advertisements. And I collaborate with the marketing team. That's you.
Collaborate with is another excellent one. It just means to work together.
Yes. So, for our learners, think about your own job. What verbs do you use? Do you analyze data? Do you teach students? Do you solve problems? Do you sell products? Do you drive a truck? These verbs are the key to a great description.
We've covered the what and where. Now for the most interesting part. How do you like your job?
The big question. Every job has good things, or pros, and bad things, cons. Let's talk about the pros first. What's the best part of your job as a marketing manager?
The best part of my job is the creativity. I love thinking of new ideas for a campaign. I also love my colleagues.
Colleagues, or coworkers, both mean the people you work with. Having good colleagues is a huge pro. It creates a positive work environment, or company culture.
Absolutely. My team is very supportive. That means we help each other. What's a pro for your job as a designer?
I would say my job is very rewarding. That means it gives me a good feeling, a feeling of satisfaction. When I see my design on a website or a billboard, I feel proud. It's not just about the salary, which is the money you earn.
That's a wonderful feeling. My job is challenging. This can be a pro or a con. It's difficult, but in a good way. It's not boring and it pushes me to learn new things.
I understand that. Now, let's be honest and talk about the cons. What's the worst part of your job?
I have to deal with difficult clients sometimes. Deal with is the phrasal verb we use for managing a difficult situation or person. Some clients are very demanding.
I can imagine. For me, a big con is that I have to meet tight deadlines. A deadline is the final time you must finish a project. Tight means I don't have a lot of time.
Does that make your job stressful?
Yes, stressful is the main adjective. I have a lot of stress before a big deadline. And my job is not a 9 to 5 job. Sometimes I have to work overtime, which means working extra hours.
Me too. Long hours are definitely a con. But at the end of the day, I really like my career. The pros are bigger than the cons.
This has been a very productive discussion, Mia. We've basically covered an entire career in one conversation.
We really have. Let's do a quick recap of the most important questions and phrases for our learners.
We started with how to ask, "What do you do?" and "What do you do for a living?"
We learned to answer with our job title, I'm a nurse, or our industry, I work in healthcare. We also learned the prepositions for our workplace. I work for a company, I work at a hospital, I work in an office, or I work from home.
We learned key verbs for our responsibilities, like I manage a team, I am responsible for, I attend meetings, I design logos, I collaborate with, and I report to.
And finally, we talked about the pros and cons of a job, using words like rewarding, challenging, stressful, supportive colleagues, and tight deadlines.
Now, it is your turn to go to work. In the comments below, we want you to tell us about your job.
Yes, what do you do, and what is one pro, good thing, and one con, bad thing about your job? For example, I am a student. The pro is that I learn new things. The con is that I have a lot of exams.
We would be so honored to learn about what you do every day. Your comments are the best part of our job. And if you found this lesson useful for your own career and conversations,
Please give this video a like, share it with a friend or a coworker, and be sure to subscribe to Mr. Guru English for more practical lessons every week.
thank you for joining us after your long day. We hope you have a relaxing and wonderful evening.
Goodbye and see you in the next lesson.